Carolyn through the night, and this Christmas,
this album is dedicated
very special Christmas for me.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop, smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke, the hard, you never thought that hip-hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Easter Raw G, Brucey B, Kick It Free. Funk Master Flex, love, bug, ski. Like I would. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
This Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me.
I made a change from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap. I smoke skunk with my peeps all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The most wet and diss me, they write letters cause they miss me. I never play me cold like one coast from the Mississippi down to the East Coast. Those are Queens, in dope for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Smoke speak. Live a life without fear. I'm carroting my baby girl ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the pool. Considered a fool cause I dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of a black male misunderstood. And it's still all good. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
This Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me.
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's flat. No need to worry, mom. And my whole crew is lounging, celebrating every day more. And she loves to show me off, of course. Smiles every time my face is up in the store. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. And right off the lid, cause I went from negative to positive and it's all
Fireside blazing bright. We're caroling through the night.
yeah. This album is dedicated DJ Lord. To all the ladies in grace, I'm amongst these lyrical douches in your bushes who rock grooves and make moves with all the mommies. The back of the club sipping Moet is where you find me. The back of the club, masking, blunt passing, music lasting. But I just can't quit because one of these honeys Biggie got to creep with, sleep with, keep the ep a secret. Why not? Why blow up my spot? Cause we check it. I got more Mac than Craig and in the bed. Believe me, sweet, if I ain't come over, tell your friends up in the GF3. I got
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Simply having.
straight up, honey, really, I'm asking. Most of these niggas think they be macking, but they be acting. Who they attracting with that line? What's your name? What's your sign? Soon as he buy that wine, I just creep up from behind and ask you what your interests are. Who you be with? Things that make you smile. What numbers to dial? You gonna be here for a while? I'm gonna call crew, go call your crew. We can rendezvous at the bar around 2. Plans to leave, throw the keys to little C's, pull the truck up front and roll up the next blunt so we can steam on the way to the telly. Go fill my belly. A T-bone steak, these eggs and Welch's great. Conversate for a few, cause in a few we gon' do what we came to do. Ain't that right, boo? Forget the telly. We just go to the crib and watch a movie in the jacuzzi, smoke L's while you do me.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Simply having a choir of children sing their song.
Imagine and Benz giving ends to my friends and it feels stupendous. Tremendous cream, fuck $1 and a dream. Still tote gas strapped with infrared beams. Chopping O's, smoking line optimals, money holes and clothes, all a nigga knows. A foolish pleasure, whatever. I had to find the buried treasure, so grams I had to measure. However, living better now, Gucci sweater now. Drop top BMs, I'm the man, girlfriend.
Having a wonderful Christmas time. Simply having.
Hold up, family. This is your RBG brother, Guy Nollywood Jr. coming to you with another exclusive program. I want to give a shout out to Rashid. Thanks for coming through. Cool gamer. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for coming through. You know what I'm saying? Happy holidays. And just showing love. You know what I'm saying? Just want to show love. You know what I'm saying? To all my supporters out there. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully more people will come through and give brother some love and give a couple of, you know what I'm saying, and maybe they want to come through and speak their mind or whatever. But want to say happy holidays to everybody once again. Of course, you know there's a lot of nonsense on YouTube. Like I said, when I came on YouTube, my whole thing was not is not really supposed to gain anything. Was basically I want to just or to receive anything, but my whole thing was to give, and that was to give knowledge. You know, and they say, like the old saying says, it's better than to give than receive. But unfortunately, you got people out here, and I'm not going to mention any names. I could mention some names, but I'm not going to mention no names because I'm not trying to give people the clout or any attention. But you got people out here that's spreading all this pseudoism, all these pipe dreams, all these nonsense out here. You got people out here that make dozens of channels. They make uh, uh, thousands and dozens and you know what I'm saying, all thousands and thousands of videos, and each video that they got can't even make 100 views. They can't even make 100 views, and remind you, those videos will be on their channel for months. It will be on their channel for months. And you would think that they would get subscribers. You would think they would get, a lot of views for being on that channel for months. But no, they you'd be like, damn, you still under 100 views? And it'd be nine to 10 months go by, and they still under 100 views. It's crazy. But then and they so thirsty to get people on their channel. They so thirsty. They clout chasing. They trying to find ways to get some attention. And these people been on YouTube supposedly before I got on YouTube. So, and they, and then all of a sudden they want to blame Google or whatever. They want to blame other people for the reason why they can't, they're not doing well on YouTube. YouTube don't make me. I make it. I don't YouTube don't, I don't make YouTube. I don't give a damn about YouTube. I got off of YouTube for 10 years. I didn't do YouTube videos for 10 years. So it doesn't bother me. My whole job is to give information, and the right information. That's my job. That's what I like to do. It's a hobby. This thing is a hobby. This is not therapy. This is not therapy and all this other nonsense. This is a hobby that I enjoy doing. And I want to just say that. But of course, the reason why I decided to do this program also too, because I wanted to set the record straight. And there's been a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of just a lot of fakeness that's going around. And my job is to set the record straight. To give what they call clarity. And that's what I'm going to do. My job is to give clarity. So I want to address some things that I noticed that happened in the past. And I just want to clear some of that stuff up and to get it, to bring it out. And, I have this situation with B raps, what they call I say black Arabs, or wannabe Arabs, or wannabe, Saudi Arabians, or whatever they want to be, or wannabe Pakistanians. I have a problem with the so-called black Muslims. Rather, they're former Nation of Islam or whatever, I have a problem with them. And they the one who's trying to mix religion with African liberation. They trying to mix European religion with African liberation. And it don't work. It never did work. And they use that on people who's not about that type of religion. They use that crap that on people that's not about Islam, that's not about Christianity or Buddhism, Hinduism, or whatever. So I want to clear things up, and I want to talk about what was said about me of two nincompoops B-raps. These two nincompoop B-raps that I had a problem with in the past. They're nobodies, but I like to give clarity. I like to give a little feedback. So one B-rap, turd face, just angry at the world. He decided to come up with a video, and he shows me, and I guess he's supposed to be me, I guess. He shows me wearing a Christmas hat. He shows me wearing I guess they call it a Santa's hat or whatever like that. And he's trying to make some sort of mockery or whatever like that. And that's cool. That's what you want to do. Okay. But he don't understand that that picture was taken by family members. I was with my family. Because holidays is about family. And it was taken by my family. I didn't see what was the mockery about or whatever this. I didn't understand that. I didn't get it. I didn't get the joke. But then he turns around and says, I was practicing a paganist holiday. Okay. Well, first of all, for one thing, let me address something. Let me address something to these punk ass B-raps. First of all, for one thing, when I was growing up, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving. I like to celebrate these things because it means something to me when I was growing up. It meant something to me when I was growing up. There's been many times that my mother could not afford a turkey on Thanksgiving Day, or she didn't have it on Christmas Day. And so what we did in order to eat or to get things, get a toy or something, we had to go to the church, a Christian church, not any old Christian church. I think the Christian church that I went to was either Baptist or Catholic. I think the church that I went to was either Baptist or Catholic church. And I remember going to this particular church, and they had when you walk in, especially on Thanksgiving Day, they had the harvest ornaments all everywhere. They had soft music, and they had a lot of food. They made a lot of food for the homeless in the community, for the unfortunate families. And they fed the people. They fed the neighborhood. They fed the people. This is right in Harlem. they whatever personal issues or religious issues, they put it to the side and they took care of people. They did what Marcus Garvey would have done, was feed the people. Even Marcus Garvey in the 1920s and 30s, he had a food line. Even during the holidays. Christmas came around when we didn't have it for Christmas. My mother couldn't afford toys or whatever the case is. We went to the church. This church had Christmas ornaments all on it everywhere. They had Christmas music. And they fed the people. Even they had toys for the unfortunate children. They gave. They fed the community. That's what they did. Now, this is the Christian church. This is the Black people that ran the Christian church. Now, I've seen the Nation of Islam on 125th Street selling their crappy final call papers, selling a unhealthy, let me repeat that again, unhealthy bean pies. They took from the people, but they never gave back to the people. Their mosque was closed on those holidays. They didn't give a damn about our people. Those Black Muslims, those NOI bastards, did not give a damn about our people. Those mosques was closed on Thanksgiving Day. Those mosques was closed on Christmas Day. Far as they're concerned, they rather let Black people starve to death. They're no different than the Jehovah's Witness. They're no different. The Jehovah's Witnesses don't believe in blood transfusion. Their family member could be dying of loss of blood. And their whole thing is they rather let their own loved one perish because over their religious beliefs. When you get into this religious beliefs, it becomes dangerous. Religious beliefs become dangerous, especially if it doesn't benefit the people. I like things tangible. And if it's not tangible, I don't want it. It means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. So you have wannbe Rap. He said, "Oh yeah, I was living in Harlem when I was in the 90s, stopping cars." Yeah, that's all you was doing, stopping cars. So you say I didn't see, but you didn't do nothing for the people. You done nothing. You became toxic for our people. Your crappy organization. So he comes on, he makes mockery, and he says, "Oh, this person, God in Hollywood, he's practicing a paganist holiday." First of all, some people first of all, the word paganism is a religious term. I'm not religious. It don't apply to me. But that's a religious term for somebody who claimed they're not religious. That's a religious term. People like to throw words out there and they don't know what it means. They don't know what it means. So You mean to tell me you want to throw a word out there and you don't know what it means? Someone who's paganist. Paganism is someone that is practicing a religion that's already have a religion that's not converted to someone else's religion. So in other words, a Muslim would think Christians are paganists. And vice versa. A Christian would look at Muslims as paganist people. I'm not a Christian. No, I'm not a Muslim. It don't apply to me. But I could take the good that comes out of these holidays. I could take the good that comes out these holidays. So so when people say certain words or say what, they have to learn before they have to do a little research before they speak. There's nothing attractive of a old dummy. You know, you would think people that's older than you or whatever, you think they have this you think they have some wisdom attached to them. But a lot of these so-called old folks, they're dumb as hell. I had that guy Bubble, this dude Bubble on my show, on my panel. That dude is a dummy. He's a dummy. And you gotta earn that word elder. Elder, or somebody who's an elder, that comes with wisdom. Somebody you could sit there and learn from. That's something it's earned. Titles are earned. You don't give yourself titles. You got to earn titles. But you do got some old dumbass people out there, and they want you to call them an elder. They want you to respect them. No, some old people you just can't respect. You got to take a dump on them. And then he turns around, the same B-Rap, he turns around and says, I'm practicing, or the holiday came from the big bad white man. You know that holiday, Christmas, was forced on us. Well, according to my knowledge, I never read anything about a slave ship that was called Christmas. I never read anything that black folks, enslaved Africans, was getting whipped if they didn't practice Christmas or indulge in the holiday Christmas. I never heard those things. Again, saying things that never existed. More pseudo crap. More beliefs. But these are the B-Raps. These are the nigger-peeing Muslims that worship white. Actually, their God is a white man. So let me screen share some stuff. Their God is a white man, what they call Master Farad Muhammad. And I'm a screen share. So let's do it this way. Let's do some screen sharing. Okay, let me do some screen sharing here. Now, this is what they call by the way, They called this white man master. They call this white man master. Now, they try to cover it up, say, well, he was mixed. His father was a black man and his mother was white, which is not true at all. Because if you look at his medical records, he's definitely a pure white trash white dude and a dirty ex-con. He was an ex-con. This is the reason why the Nation of Islam is full of criminals. This is what he promotes. So this is who their master is. A white trash piece of shit, garbage white man named what they call master. Now, don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. I'll let Farrakhan speak for that. I'll let Farrakhan speak for that. And I'm going to play that. And before, let me go back a little bit with the paganist thing. These B-Rabs got a nerve. I want to go back a little bit. Because I forgot something. When they're dealing with the whole paganist thing. Now, as far as the paganists, these B-Rabs got some nerve calling someone paganist. But they practice paganism every day. These same B-Rabs that I had a problem with, they have mentioned, they talk about Jesus, and they always quoting the Bible. They talk about Jesus, and they always quoting the Bible, which is against their religion. Even their Quran says, do not make friends with the Jews and with the Christians. Do not even practice their ways. But you hear people like Farrakhan talk about Jesus. You hear Farrakhan quoting the Bible. And you hear these two B-Rabs that I had a problem with the past. They was doing the exact same thing. So these are the biggest paganists because if you're so into your religion, you shouldn't even talk about the Bible. The Bible is supposed to be your enemy. Just Jesus is supposed to be your enemy. These people are fake. These B-Rebs are the biggest paganists. They are the biggest paganists. But they want to tell you about some Bible. And they're going to try to quote, and they can't even quote, and a lot of times they can't even quote it right. They're going by what they think or what they feel. So these people are the biggest paganists. So let me play you what I'm gonna play you what Farrakhan has said, that their God is a white man named Fraud Muhammad that they call master. So let me stop screen sharing this. Let me screen share this. Now watch what you hear. You're going to hear even Farrakhan going to say that Fraud Muhammad was considered God. This is their God. There is no Allah. Their God is a white man. I'm going to play this.
To find me one man worthy. And he found a little Georgia school and he taught him 3.5 years and went away. Now to prove that he's God, he leaves a man that ain't went to school. And the man confounds the scholars with what his teacher taught him. Look here now. To prove, look here. See? He tells little Georgia born Elijah what was on Mars and what is on the moon and the nature of the moon and how the moon got to be the moon. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad revealed it, and Whitey go up and bear witness. Elijah right. Here's a little Georgia born man telling you what was coming down the pike. We couldn't even see the pike, much less what was coming. And every word that Elijah spoke is right on it. Who taught him but a master? See? Now, those who say that Master Farad Muhammad is not God, then who are you worshiping? You say, I worship the true God, Allah. Well, then what has your God taught you that is superior to what that man taught Elijah? How come your scholars can't handle the followers of Elijah? How come the world couldn't deal with that man Elijah? How come the white man, who is a vicious beast, brother, God raised up a little lamb in the midst of a beast, and the beast couldn't eat Elijah? Who was the God shutting that man's mouth and opening the mouth of Elijah? We don't carry no guns. We were taught by Master Farad Muhammad through the messenger don't even carry so much as a penknife. And they have attacked us, and we've taken their weapons and killed them with their own weapons. What God has been with us? And to prove that God is still with us, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has left, but he left his word with us. Now we take the same word and go right back to what the white man tore down. The word, God is present. And you're going to see it more and more when the devil starts.
So there you have it. You heard him say. Now, Elijah Muhammad, he's nothing but an errand boy. Elijah Muhammad is not God. He's just a messenger. He's an errand boy, the little old Georgia boy, the white man. So everything that you B-Rabs are learning got from the white man. Didn't Captain Desariard said that he felt that black people are more closer than to white folks than to black people in Africa? This is the religious thinking. This is the religious thinking. This is the reason why you have this xenophobia and this anti-African movement going on among Negroes. I'm an Aboriginal. I'm an Asiatic. All this makeup crap that was taught to them in public school. So everything that you have learned wasn't by Elijah Muhammad. It was about a white man named what you call Master Farad Muhammad. All your teachings come from your master. So your God is white. Let me put up these B raps. So you got all your information and all your teachings. One B rap said, "Well, I joined the nation when I was 18 years old. I didn't know anything about Malcolm X. I knew about Malcolm X since I was single digits. The African ascendants, where I'm from, the Mecca of Harlem. Well, we knew about Malcolm X. We got Malcolm X Boulevard. Person who claimed, who didn't know. Well, I didn't know about Malcolm X until Farrakhan had said something. I was like, who's Malcolm X? Grown ass Negro didn't know about Malcolm X. Wow. See, one thing I noticed, there's three things that the nation will tell you that when you join in the nation, there's three things that you have to submit. You have to submit to a white man, and you got to call him God or your Lord and Savior, Master Fraud Muhammad. You have to submit. That's the first thing. Second thing, you have to acknowledge that Elijah Muhammad is just only a messenger. Nothing more, nothing less. An errand boy who got all his information from his white God. The third thing they would tell you, they would say Malcolm was a traitor to the nation, even though he helped build the nation, made the nation a lot of money. So when somebody said they didn't know nothing about Malcolm, I beg to differ. I think these people knew about Malcolm, and soon they had a problem with their organization or something. Oh, I love Malcolm X. Let me go wear his pin on my chest. Let me go get a t-shirt. Let me go represent Malcolm. Malcolm. No. You wasn't feeling Malcolm then. You believed the lies. You believed the lies. Also, too, I want to show you something. Because one of the B-raps said that it was forced on slaves. So I wanted to know, during slavery, how did the enslaved Africans dealt with Christmas? The Christmas holiday. I wanted to know how did they felt? So according to, let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see, what's this? Nope, not this one. Let me see this one. Let's see if I can do it that way. Okay. So according to my little research, they said that Christmas was a popular time for slaves to marry, the joyous family reunions. I always say these holidays, this is family time. Our family been separated so much. And using these holidays as a tool to reunite with your family and create a bond, use that opportunity to build. And that's what our people was doing, reuniting, rejoicing. You know, a lot of times they use the holidays to get married. So, to me, our people didn't suffer. Our people didn't suffer. They used it as a tool to benefit them. So our people did not suffer. There was no punishment. Hell, they even said the slave owners was giving them gifts. They said even the slave owners was giving them gifts. But they used their holidays to reunite with their families. So where's the force? Where was this forcing? But see, they take these people that talk nonsense. These people don't have families. They're by themselves, miserable, on YouTube, eating stale TV dinners, looking at old VHS tapes, still got a VCR at their house, still living in the past. Literally. Ain't doing nothing with their life but trying to nitpick or trying to find something. Trying to find fault. So, again, people like to talk. They don't do their homework. They want to run their mouth. These B-Reps are the biggest paganists. They're the biggest white worshipers. Matter of fact, let me put this up there again. Let me put this up there again. Let me show who their God is. Let me show who their God is. This is their God. B-Raps, I hope you're listening. You black Muslims or whatever, I hope you're watching. This is your God. This is your Lord and Savior. Well, he was mixed. He wasn't black. He wasn't an African man. We know mulattoes are not black people. But according to documentation, this man say he was white. You didn't get nothing out of this man. He didn't create no businesses for black people. He didn't do nothing for us. But you'll see him and call him a God. You call him a master. This is another photo. How these B-Raps worship white. Guess who's on the panel? Guess who's on the podium? That's Jim Jones. Jim Jones, the serial cult leader that killed almost 1,000 black people that followed his raggedy ass to Jonestown in South America and Guyana. In Guyana, South America. And even Jim Jones said, they worship me. These black Muslims worship me because they said I remind them of their master, their God, Fraud Muhammad. This is what he said. And you got these two nincompoop Negroes are protecting him. So you can say what you want, but y'all motherfuckers, y'all bastards worship white all the time. You live white. You worship white. These people like Jim Jones are murderers, and you protected this man. You protected him. You protected a murderer. But that's what y'all about, because y'all murderers. The Nation of Islam is full of criminals and prostitutes. Criminals and prostitutes. There's a reason why some of those women, they could have, and I hate to say this, but some of those women that slept with Elijah Muhammad, they could have said, no, I don't want to sleep with you. But some of them gave in. Let's be realistic. Let's put the cards on the table. Let's put the cards on the table.
Now they want.
So these people, they worship white. They live white. But then they come around us and say, well, you ain't down because you wore a Christmas hat. Marcus Garvey don't give a damn what I wear on my head. Marcus Garvey only worried about what I'm doing for my people. So you B-Raps will call him your master and your God. You will protect this man, this evil son of a bitch, and you will protect him because he reminds you of your white God. But you won't call him your master. You won't call him your God. Wait a minute, I thought the black man was God. I thought the black man was God. B-Raps, bozos, turd faces. I thought that the black man was God. But you sit there and you bash Marcus Garvey. One B-Rap said he was a foreigner. Well, you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. What have you done? What have you done? So it will have to take another black man from somewhere else to liberate us. And I'm down with that. You live here and you didn't do nothing but poison our people with your stinking stale bean pies and your dumbass final call papers that you were selling on 125th Street. They didn't do nothing for our people. When these holidays came, you closed your doors. You didn't give a damn about our children. You didn't give a damn about our homeless. You didn't give a damn about our people. You made your money. Now it's like, oh, kiss my ass time. Any money you invested, any money that you collected from our people who was non-Muslim, you should have invested back into the neighborhood. But because you didn't give a damn about any black people, you're only going to do something for black people if there were Muslims. If there were Muslims. And that's your goal. That's your goal, is to try to change everybody into Muslims. Let me play. I want to pull up something real quick. Shout out to Brandon from African Strikes Back. I want to pull up something real quick. I want to pull up something real quick. Let me see if I can find that video. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see. I know I have it somewhere. Let's see if I can find that video. Here we go. Now I'm going to play you this other video. Again, you won't say this African man, a god or your master that been around way before, where you had 100 years, but he was the only man that got united African people globally. He didn't care if you was Muslim. He didn't care if you was Christian. And it and it was never duplicated. That's the reason why the government got rid of him. Didn't J. Edgar Hoover said there would never be another black Messiah? But you disregard this African man. You would disregard this God. You would disregard this master. And then, but you worship people like that. You protected people like that. You F.O.I. piece of garbage. This is your God. This is your pathetic, pale-faced bastard. This is who you serve. This is who you worship. No love for y'all. I don't got no love for y'all. I'm going to keep it 100. And I'm going to do another program strictly banging on these black Muslims. Whether you Moors or whatever, I'm going to bang on you hard. You think young Pharaoh didn't do nothing. But I'm going to show you what Wallace, this stupid ass minister Wesley Muhammad Negro. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna play what this dumbass dude said. I'm not showing no more respect because y'all dudes are foul. Y'all pathetic.
What's up?
Shout out to my brother Brandon from African Strikes Back. Shout out to him. This guy is very intelligent. He makes some, even when he say things that I might disagree with, but he does make some great points. Even that I might disagree with him, but he makes, but see, I do listen, and I'm like, well, he does make some good points. I can rock with that. I can rock with that. And I go back and maybe, because one thing about my brother Brandon, he does make you think. He does make you go back and reevaluate certain things. A lot of people cannot do that. A lot of people, they'll say things and they can't, and they won't give you, they don't put no logic of what they're saying. So this is the question that my Pan-African brother, Brandon, told this piece of crap B-Rab, Wesley Muhammad, with his dumbass, and see those bow ties are serving. They letting you know they're servants. This is the reason why they call the white man. See, here we go, that plantation thing. He's a servant. He's a butler. He's a butler. That's what they are. That's why the white man dressed them that way. You notice that? That's why Wallace Muhammad dressed these stupid-ass Negroes that way as butlers to serve. But let's play this real quick.
What's up? What's up? I have a question. I don't know if it's a state, but Mr. Farrakhan always quotes the Bible. I used to be a minister myself, a Christian minister. I don't follow that anymore. At Luke, the 6th chapter, verses 40, it says that a student cannot be greater than his teacher. He can only be like his teacher if he is taught perfectly. So if all of you ascribe to this idea that Louis Farrakhan is your teacher and Elijah Muhammad is your teacher, and a student cannot be greater than his teacher, he can only be like his teacher, why should the Black community put faith in any of you when the person who taught you never did any of the things that they claimed was the mission statement of their organization? Louis Farrakhan is a person who has very good relationships with many governments in the Middle East. He has a lot of money. Many of you guys have a lot of money. Not one of you guys has ever fulfilled the mission that's found in the back of the magazine, where it says that you would separate from this government and build a land of your own. All I see is buying fancy cars and just pulling people in to listen to what you have to say. Why should we listen to you when you guys haven't even met your own mission statement? This is my question.
I hope you're not mad at fancy cars, my brother.
Couldn't be mad. I'm just saying straight. Fancy cars are very nice, but hey, you guys said you were separated.
This jokes. I get your question, and I'm happy.
Yeah, me too.
To address your question. First, the whole issue of that quote from Luke. I don't know the exact quote. I'm going to trust that you quoted it accurately. Whether you did or not is immaterial to the argument that I'm about to advance. The Honorable Brother Minister Farrakhan and we ministers in the Nation of Islam, you will hear us quote the Bible, but you will also always hear us quote or describe the Holy Quran and the Bible. You don't hear us talking about the Holy Quran and the Holy Bible. There's a reason. Because the Bible ain't holy. The Bible is a poison book. It's been tampered with by the devil. So while there is truth in the Bible, and we will lift truth out of the Bible, there's also mischief in the Bible. Now, I don't know if you quoted that verse right, but I would say emphatically it is not the case that a student cannot exceed his teacher. That is not true on an everyday, very mundane level. Martial arts students have surpassed their teacher. That's the reality. Even in the spiritual realm, Allah in the person of Master Muhammad, his father was Allah as well. Alfonso, his father taught him. But the son exceeded the father. The student exceeded the teacher. So I reject that principle. No say on that. The objective of the Nation of Islam, I think you properly identified it from the back of the then Muhammad Speaks Now called newspaper. A principle found in what the Muslims want. Separation is our objective. A total separation for Black people in a land or territory of our own. That is our objective. And that is a process that we have been engaging in to help make that a reality since the beginning. If it seems that maybe you have a view of objective as an event, the objective of the Nation of Islam is not the fulfillment of an event. It's the accomplishment of the end of a process. The end of that process is the separation of the black man and woman, a separate state and territory of our own. It's a long-term process. But before part of that long-term process is preparing black people to be participants in that new state and territory. I'm sorry, beloved, but no Negro or nigger will be a productive citizen in the state we are seeking to establish. So that means you will not have to be de-Negrofied. You will not have to be de-nigger. That means people, the first duty in this process of nation building is rebuilding the black man and woman individually as persons. And when we accomplish that, then a productive people can move into this political entity and it will be successful. So, dear brother, we've been not deemed from the beginning. We've been on.
I've been married 14 years to my wife. I have a daughter. I'm only 36 years old. Sinetter's a good guy. You're a good guy. There's a lot of great men out here who are family men and all that stuff. So you're telling me that all these men who are living their life right, we're not Negroes, we're already de-Negrofied, we work, we take our responsibility. We all gonna have to wait till every last Pookie and Ray Ray in the street has become de-Negrofied, and then you guys are gonna start making a place for us? Or are you guys making a place and then those who are de-Negrofied and see the benefits of it can then go there? I'm a little confused on that.
Yeah, I think I can help you out with your confusion, dear brother. There are many black people right now that are good people. They would deem themselves good, and I would agree with them. I don't know you. I don't have any reason to argue your self-identification as a good person. The objective of the Nation of Islam, that's us over here. You may be involved with a group or organization that got your own agenda, your own objective. The Nation of Islam, our objective is the resurrection of the black man and woman in America. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad told his chief student, the Honorable Brother Minister Farrakhan, that through Farrakhan, life is going to get all of his people. So, dear brother, our objective encompasses all black people. Now, we know the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and from him, his chief student, the Honorable Brother Minister Farrakhan, teaches that once we are ready for separation, literal separation, black people will be given the option. You can opt to come over here in this nascent or new separate state or territory, or you can opt to stay with white people. you will be given that choice. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad wanted a referendum to go before black people. You say we're not moving on it. We are precisely moving on it. Before COVID, our national spokesperson, Sister Dr. Ava, who is also a member of the executive council that I discussed, Brother Sa, their brother Pan Africanism strikes back. Our national spokesperson absolutely moved out on what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad instructed, and she was hosting separation town halls across the country, and people were coming out, not Muslims in the nation. Black people were coming out, and this is part of the referendum process. That is a necessary step in the process of separation. So again, we've been on our post. We've been doing it. You may not be aware of it, but please, black folks got to stop acting like Columbus. It don't happen until we acknowledge it. We should humble ourselves and know. Ask a question without embedding an accusation or a declaration in it. Ask, Brother Wesley, are y'all doing anything to advance your objective? And then I can educate you.
I ask questions based on the timeline. If you had a 75-year head start,
we're not going to debate though, brother. I appreciate your question. I appreciate your follow-up. I appreciate.
All right, thank you.
There you have it. Before I go in, I want to give a shout out to Body Butter Plug. Shout out to you, sister. I want to read what Rashid has said. He said, I'll be telling my people, stop believing in these white lies. Be black first. Stop loving everybody that don't have love for you. Support your own black stores. I agree. Brother Rashid is on point. Shout out to you, brother. You have Africulture Concepts. Shout out to you. Thank you for coming through. Hit that like button. Share this program. He said, why not just teach people to invest in Africa? I've been saying that. Marcus Garvey, that's what the Black Star Line was about, was investing, doing commerce. Now you heard this B-Rap, and he was buck dancing. Didn't really answer our brother's question. Didn't answer the question, but his whole thing was conversion. That's their mission. If I could convert you to a nation of a religion, not a nation of Africa, not a nation of something tangible, they want to convert you to spookism. And just like he said, well, we read the Bible, which is a sign of paganness. Because according to the Quran, you don't practice the Jewish ways. You don't practice the Christian ways. You don't even make friends with them. But you see Farrakhan, he's buddy up with that guy Flagger or whatever, and he was not supposed to be doing that. But these B-Raps that I had a problem with, they are cool with that. They're okay with that. And they are doing the exact same thing. But because I support my people, our people depend on these holidays, feeding them. Black people spending time with their family more. I don't find nothing wrong with that. I find good in something because that is what you call African spirituality. But they'll call this white man a god who has done nothing for black people, a jailbird, a panhandler, white trash. He said that's all he is, a B-Rap. Exactly. Facts, King. Facts. But these people, these people, they will tell you, and I'm gonna do. Trust me, I got some stuff lined up. I want to talk about more of the debate that I had with one of the B-Rabs. I want to go through it. I'm gonna play the video and I'm gonna chop it up and I'm gonna just dismantle everything that this B-Rab has said. Right? I'm going to dismantle it. So I got some stuff lined up next year. Please stay tuned. Hit that like button. Share this program. You know what I'm saying? Because if you share it, you know, people, because this is exclusive stuff. And I would say there's nothing wrong of celebrating these holidays. Here's the thing. You got people, they say, you know, shout out to Brother Jabari. I like Brother Jabari. I learned a lot from that brother. But he says, well, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. But he said that if his mother is having Thanksgiving, he'll go over and get himself a plate. My thing is this. You are celebrating it. You are celebrating Thanksgiving. Anytime you go and get a plate or you receive a gift, you are celebrating it. You are celebrating Christmas if you received the gift. I know what celebration is. I have no problem selling this because I've seen the good that come out of it. You can change people's lives. During slavery, yeah, they were under bondage, but slaves made it work for them. Slaves made it work for them. Our ancestors made it work for them. Even under bondage. So I'm not going to tear down something that we can use as a tool. And even there's always an origin to everything. Because white folks, they study us. So why not study them? They study them, they whitewash our stuff, and they'll put their face on it. They'll put their twist on it. We already know that what Christmas comes from the origin of Africa. We already know that. We know that they haven't, they study us. The Greeks and Romans, they went to Africa, they studied us. They went to the universe, they study us. This is documented. So why not study them? Why not take the good, whatever good they have, and use it to our advantage? I want to show you something else. Let me put this back up here. Let me screen share this. Let me screen share this again. All right. So this is the B-Rab's master. This is their God. That they say God. You heard Farrakhan said that this white man was their God. When you go into the Nation of Islam, you have to submit to this white man. You have to acknowledge that this white man is your God. So the B-Rab who try to say, oh, you got your religion, or you practice a religion from a white man, no, that's not true. And you're because you're against it, you rather have our people starve to death, to go hungry. Our babies need things. So why not use this as an opportunity to take care of our people? You live in the United States. This is what they do. Now and there's another thing I want to show. I want to show something else that kind of bothered me. I want to talk about another person I want to talk about another person. This drunk chick. And I remember she played the video. She played the video and she heard me going back and forth with this, with the turd face B-Rab. And she came out her mouth because I had said everything all these holidays has an origin to it. And I said it has an origin to Africa. And she comes out her mouth and says, no, it didn't. Now, this is a conscious stripper. This is a girl, this is a female who used to strip for a living. And now because she's conscious, she decides she wants to run her mouth, the AKA rat. So this is her. And she's always saying, oh, yo, we feed our people, we feed our people, we feed our people. So when she showed this, I'm like, well, wait a minute. I thought you was feeding your people. Number one, I noticed that she has a problem with Africa and she don't consider her Pan African. But she's part of the new Black Panther Party, or she claimed that she was. I don't know if she's still affiliated with the new Black Panther Party, but she showed that she was down with them. And one thing about the new Black Panther Party, they rock the Garvey flag, which is the red, black, and green. Now she showed this picture and she said, yo, look at it. We feeding our people. We feeding our people. But if you look closer, this is her right here. But if you look closely, she's serving our people junk food. She's serving our people junk food. Now, we know that these salty potato chips and candy and all that other stuff is not good for our people. These people, you know that our people are suffering with heart disease and high blood pressure and sugar diabetes. And then you hear her in the video, oh, we don't serve our people lettuce, unless she's bragging on that. I don't think Marcus Garvey would appreciate that. You think you're feeding our people with trash and garbage. This is trash. This is not feeding our people. Lay's potato chip, all these salty potato chips. Junk food. And I remember this woman is a dumbass. She had this guy named Chris Harris on her show. And I was on the chat. I was in the chat. And Chris Harris was showing how the Bible was basically a copy from the Kemetic text. Basically, they copied it, or they tried to copy it. It's plagiarized book. And what happened was he was breaking it down. I kept saying, this is old news. This is old news in the chat. In the chat. So this chick hasn't learned anything. But what do you expect? This woman, they claim this woman got cancer. They claim this woman is blind. She's also lonely, miserable. But you claim that you represent. You claim that you for the people. You don't want to have no associate with Africa, but then you got a Pan African colors on it with the continent of Africa and Marcus Garvey on it. You knew what Marcus Garvey stood for. Marcus Garvey would not even appreciate you giving our people poison. You're a hypocrite. That's why you decide to hide your face. You're a goddamn hypocrite. Killing our people with junk. But then you're going to say, oh, no, it didn't. You haven't learned anything. Why don't you do your homework? Why don't you learn to be a scholar? Travel. Leave Atlanta and leave and travel more. These hobo losers getting on YouTube just to entertain people, just to try to get subscribers. Africulture Concept says they just do stuff just to say they did it, but don't really put no thoughts into it. That's true. Facts. They don't. They don't do anything. And like I said, these people are hypocrites. Hypocrites. Now I can see the chick said, old girl was said, hey, you know what? Let me, I didn't think about that. Let me do some research of what this brother is saying. No. Because once I mentioned Africa, she oh no, it didn't. Well, you don't like Africa. You don't even claim Pan African. So you're just playing the people. See, this is the reason why I was asked to join the new Black Panther Party, but I know they're full of shit. They're no different than the Nation of Islam. They do all this military gear concept, but they're not banging on the streets. They're nothing like the original Black Panther movie. They're nothing like them. At least I saw the original Black Panthers banging with the cops. These people ain't doing nothing. You need to shut the hell up, old girl, because you don't know what they're looking, feeding our people junk. This is not Marcus Garvey's way. Marcus Garvey won't play that. This is what you feed our people. This is what you feed our people. Potato chips, salty potato chips, sugar waters. And then you brag, talk about, oh, we don't serve our people lettuce. You should be giving our people fruits and vegetables to keep our people healthy. You evil bastard. You don't say nothing. You keep your mouth shut. These people are fake and phony. They use the movement and they think they're doing something, like our brother said. You ain't doing nothing. Well, we feeding our people. That's not feeding our people. Now, don't get me wrong. I could see if they was giving our people non-salty chips. No, but you can look at that. That's all that. That's salty, spicy chips. That will clog up your arteries. But hey, according to her, at least she's feeding her people. You know different than the enemy. You know different than the enemy. And a lot of these people have this hatred for Marcus Garvey. They have this hatred for Marcus Garvey. But they use Marcus Garvey. They would take his talking points. But they hate this man. But you won't call Marcus Garvey a god. You won't even say that he's your master. But you'll call a white man your master. But then you blame somebody else. This is it's ridiculous. It's not even funny. So let me go to another B-Rab. So I got with one B-Rab, and then I got with the old girl who's the fake Black Panther. So let me go to the last B-Rab. So I'm going to play you what he said. Let me screen share this. Hit that like button, share this video. We doing it. We doing it. Okay, here we go. So let me screen share this one. Now this is on my channel. This is on my channel. This is something I did with Bozo Muhammad. You see the clown face Negro, because he's a clown to me. So I'm going to listen to what he says. And I'm going to break it down to him.
Gonna work because you can't see a beyond the world that you stuck in. Because you don't
Fucking lame old son.
the same things that you suffer. That's why you teach your children that there is a Santa Claus, that you're gonna take part in a celebration that even the Bible tells you not to take part in. It tells you in the Old Testament, do not be like the heathen who go into the woods, cut a tree down, with silver and gold. It tells you, don't do it.
Wait a minute, wait.
So that's what he said. I want to address that. And then he turns around and he said, well, I didn't see Marcus Garvey with no Christmas shit on. But that's Marcus Garvey. And like I said, when I took that picture, I was with my family. I was with my family. See, it leaves with me. I have a family. I'm not running from state to state because I don't want to pay child support. I'm not running for state to state because some FBI is tracking me. Because I said a lot of terrorist threats. I'm not going to state doing that. But this particular B-Rap, that's what he does. Avoiding child support. Don't want the FBI to track him. Because he said a lot of terrorist shit, Islamic terrorist crap on YouTube. This is the reason why YouTube be shutting him down. Now, this is the same B-Rap that had a secret relationship with a Jewish white girl. He was having a secret relationship with a Jewish white girl. Now, according to my knowledge, the Nation of Islam do not hate all white people. They only dislike European Jews. That's what they really talk about. So when they talk about the evil white man and all that, they're only talking about Jewish people. Because we already know that there's this big clash between the Arabs and Jews and all this other stuff. So that's what they're talking about. They're not talking about people like, like Flagger and all that. They're talking about the European Jews. Now, in that video, you see the picture. You see the communication going back and forth. That's something that he put out, that he proudly put out. But you take something that's innocent. He says that, I teach my kids about Christmas and all that stuff. So I'm supposed to deprive my children? I'm not a religious person. I just denounced my Christianity a long time ago. I denounced my Christianity a long time ago. I'm into African spirituality now. So I'm supposed to deprive my children to have nice things because some dumbass religion that came from white folks? This is nonsense. So he says, so he quotes something. And again, one thing about these B-raps, they take something and they mix the truth with the lie. They always say, well, the white man, that's what he's all about laws. He mixed the truth with the laws. Well, with this B-rap, that's what he loves to do, is mix truth with the lies. You quote something from the Bible, again, you are a paganist, sir. You're a Muslim. Why don't you quote something from the Quran? Because according to your Quran, again, you don't practice the Christian. You don't quote nothing from no Bible, and you don't quote nothing from no damn Torah. And my thing is this: if you're going to quote something from the Bible or the Torah, quote it right. So let's go back. Let's do it this way. Let's screen share this real quick. I had a so here's a Christmas tree. Okay, you see the Christmas tree? Let's look at the Christmas tree. Because one thing about me, I always have questions. You got to question things. Here's the beautiful tree in Rockefeller Center, right? So he quoted something in Jeremiah. So let's look up. Let's see what Jeremiah said. Let me screen share this. I wish I could screen share multiple stuff on here, but unfortunately I can't. Okay, the title is God and Idols. Let me see if I can blow this up. We're going to go to church. We're going to go to church today. We're going to go to church today. I don't know if so people should see that. Now, they said, hear what the Lord says to you of Israel. Now, again, I'm not from Israel. Now, we know that Israel is full of white people. We know white people control Israel. I'm not an Israeli. I'm not an Israelite. I'm not none of that. It's only for the people from Israel. Has nothing to do with me. Has nothing to do with me. So let's read this. Hear what the Lord says to you, people of Israel. This is what the Lord says. Do not learn the ways of the nations, or be terrified by the signs in the heavens, though the nations are terrified by them. For the practice of the peoples are worthless. They cut a tree out of the forest, and a craftsman shapes it with his chisel. Now, when you look at the Christmas tree, which I showed, it's not shaped. It's the same thing. It's the same way that how they cut it. It's not shaped. There is no craftsman. So let's look at it again. For the practice of the people with worthless, they cut a tree out of the forest, and a craftsman shapes it with his chisel. They adorn it with silver and gold. They fasten it with hammer and nails, so it will not tip over. Now, this is what they said. They said, like a scarecrow in a cucumber field. Their idols cannot speak. They must be carried because they cannot walk. Do not fear them. They cannot do no harm, nor they do any good. So they're not talking about a tree. Excuse me. They're not talking about a tree. They're talking about a carved a carved shape, right? Like statues made out of I guess some made out of clay or wood, and they decorate it. A Christmas tree is not a carved idol. It's not something that people worship. It's only a symbolism that represent life. The tree, like it represent life. That's all it is. We don't worship, and again, why not worship nature? Why not worship nature? We drink water that give us life. The trees give us oxygen. We get our syrup. We get our rubber from the bark of the trees. The trees give us life. They do a lot of good things. So why not worship a tree? Why not worship water? Or I wouldn't say worship water, but why not give praise to the trees and give praise to the sunlight? These are things that's keeping us alive. But the Christmas tree is only this symbolic according to Christian ideology or Christian a point of view. It's just a symbolism. They didn't say you have to worship a Christmas tree. They didn't say nothing about that. They're not talking about that. They talking about carvings, carving statues. Statues are carving. Carve things that were, and they decorate it. They said it looks like, they said it almost resemble almost like a scarecrow. Christmas tree is not scarecrows. So my thing is this: if you're going to quote something, quote it right. Quote it right. The Christmas tree is not an idol. It's not an idol. And if you read the third, it says, for the practice of the people worthless to cut a tree out of the forest, and a craftsman shapes it. So how's the Christmas tree shaped? Where's the Christmas tree is shaped? I don't see people shaping the Christmas. The Christmas tree is way how they cut it. They cut it exactly how it is, and they just placed it. They just replace it. But it's the same tree. It's not shaped. It's not turned into anything. It's the same tree. And they said like a scarecrow in a cucumber field. Their idols cannot speak. I mean, it's just common sense. The Christmas tree don't look like no scarecrow. And why would they say do not fear them? Who fears wait a minute. Who fears the Christmas tree? Who fears the Christmas tree? They talking about statues and how people bow down to say. That's what the Bible is saying. That has nothing to do with. They didn't say that has nothing to do with no damn Christmas tree. See, if people are going to read something, they need to read it right. These people don't know what the hell they talking about. So they have you fooled. These B-Rabs, the only thing they're trying to do is get you to become like them. They want you to get them. They want to turn you into something that you don't want to be. Their whole thing is, well, if I'm going to turn every black man and black woman into a Muslim. That's what that is. And let me say this for the record. Let me get out of here. let me say this for the record. So when you look at the Christmas tree, let me put this back up here again. The Christmas tree is the same tree that they got out the front. It's not shaped. It's not scary looking. It's just where it is. And it's basically it's a symbolism. That's all it is. It's symbolic. It wasn't made to be worshiped. It wasn't made to none of that. It wasn't made to be no idol. You gotta think for yourselves. You gotta really get deep into this stuff. You can't let these religious fanatics dictate to you what it is. You gotta read for yourself. And you gotta idolize it. I don't have no problem that our people celebrate Christmas because how I grew up, I got a lot of good out of it. It saved lives. It saved a lot of lives. And even during slavery, Black people came together. Families were reunited. And that's what we're still doing today. We connecting with families. Because that's that old saying that tomorrow is not promised to nobody. A lot of people have died this year. A lot. Look at the last brother who died at 40 years old. The DJ died this month. He didn't even see 2023. Even though it was by suicide, he's not here. But we forget about that. So I'm not gonna let some goofy ass piece of crap B-rap gonna make fun or whatever, because at the end of the day, I'm enjoying my life. I'm having fun. And if you want to call me Santa Claus, good. If you want to, because there was an actual person named Saint Nicholas. Let me screen share this real quick. And I'm going to end it with this. Saint Nicholas, the gift giver. The gift giver. So if you want to call me Santa Claus and all this stuff, yes. And forget, who cares what race he was? Because, that's what these B-raps are. Well, he was a white man and all this other. Who cares? I don't care. But he gave gift to the unfortunates. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what I've always been doing. Giving gift to people that's in need. Helping people. Doing what I can to make people's lives a little easier. My people. So is it wrong for me to give gift, to be a gift giver to our babies, to the unfortunate? Is that a bad thing? So yeah, I'll be a Saint Nick. And if you calling me Saint Nicholas, then I'll be Saint Nick. At least I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I am a gift giver. Yes, I am. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, he's dressed like Santa Claus. Yes, I guess. You call me Saint Nicholas. You call me Santa Claus. Yes, I'm a gift giver. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the compliment, B-Raps, because that's something that y'all don't do. Your doors are closed. And you made that perfectly clear. When I was going hungry, you didn't give a damn about me, but you collected Black people's money. You collected our money, but you didn't invest it back into the hood. You evil bastards. So they'll say all this stuff. Oh, I don't practice this. I don't practice that. But I tell you one thing. If I had a Christmas card and it had a lot of Christmas ornaments on it, had a red bow, and I put 2 yards, I put 2 yards in it. 2 yards means $200 in it. And I gave it to these B-Rabs. 9 out of 10, they're gonna take the car, especially if they know it's money in it. Especially if they know it's money in it. They're gonna take it. They're gonna probably say, well, I really don't celebrate Christmas, but thank you for the gift. Knowing that you got bills to pay, you'll take that gift. Because when you take it, you're celebrating it. You're celebrating it. When you don't celebrate something, you reject gifts. When you don't celebrate something, you don't go to people's houses to get a Thanksgiving plate. Let's be realistic. Let's stop playing games. Come on, black folks. Let's stop playing games. I know what celebrating means. I know what celebrating means. When you accept a gift, you're celebrating it. And I know what these B-Rabs would say if I gave them a card with some money in it. They would take the gift. They would take it. So if I gave you a card and you got some money with B-Rabs, I'm not going to mention no names, you would take it, especially if you got bills to pay. You're not going to sit there and say, well, I don't celebrate it, but, no, you don't celebrate. You say, you know what? Thank you, but no thank you. I don't celebrate it. That's what you say. You don't buy your nieces and nephew Christmas gifts if you don't celebrate Christmas. I know what celebrating means, and I know when people who don't celebrate it. So we gotta, I don't listen to these fakesters, these people who super pro-black. And I'm so pro-black, I don't want to celebrate. Please. You can use anything as a tool to enrich your people. And when people get so caught up into, oh, you ain't down for the cause because you wear a Christmas hat, well, you don't know what the hell I'm doing. You don't know what the hell I'm doing. You're just making assumptions. I'm with my family. Maybe you need to be with yours. Maybe you need to make amends. Maybe you have to kiss enough ass to make amends with your family. Because these B-Rabs are so into, oh, I gotta save my people, I gotta liberate my people. And they came off and they end up to be the loneliest people on the face of this earth. Nobody don't want to be around them. There's a time and place for everything. There's a time and place for everything. And that's what people don't get. We need to stop faking, stop pretending, stop acting like you this fake revolutionary, stop acting like you this big bad revolutionary, and you have not accomplished nothing. It's okay to celebrate certain things long as it benefit your people. It's okay. It don't make you less pro-black. I mean, that's silly. But these people are jokes. They are jokesters. And that's why I don't take these people seriously. I don't take none of these people seriously. And they just, to me, they scum. So I'll be a gift giver because that's what I do. I give gifts. I give gifts. That's what I do. So while I'll enjoy enjoy the wonderful feast in my house during Christmas Day, spending time with my family, drinking the best champagnes. And I guess you're going to be, till you be raps, you'll be in the same rat hole, miserable, looking on YouTube, trying to find something to talk about. Talking about the same stuff over and over again, thinking people are listening to you. People ain't listening to you. People ain't thinking nothing. People ain't think. You're a comedian. People just probably watch your videos for a good laugh. And after they get their laugh, they through with your videos and they going about their business. No one take you seriously. No one take you seriously. So that's why I celebrate these holidays. I celebrate Thanksgiving. I celebrate Christmas because it's because our people depend on these holidays. Believe it or not, they depend on these holidays. They depend on these holidays. Our people are hungry. They starving. Our kids are not getting the things that they need. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed but the times. You imagine in the 70s, in the 60s and 70s, African descendant kids are in the streets, poverty in these so-called ghetto communities, ghetto neighborhoods, deprived of things that they probably want and need. And I'm not saying to spoil them. I'm just saying it's okay to give a little girl a black doll that looks like her, a doll that looks like her. It's okay. But some of these B-Rebs, they got so caught up into this, oh, that's the white man, and I mean, please, but they worship white. They sleep white. They sleep white. They're afraid of white. I don't pay no mind to these people. I don't pay no mind to these people. These people are stupid. These people are dumb. They quote things from the Bible, don't know what the hell they talking about, misquoting stuff. They're not scholars of anything. All the regurgitation that these B-Rabs have done come from their white boss, their white master, their white god, Wallace Fraud Muhammad. Everything they talk about. And it doesn't matter if they are in the nation or out of the nation. They were former F.O.I.s. It don't matter. Everything they talk about comes from that white guy, Wallace Fraud Muhammad. Everything they talk about. And you hear Wesley Muhammad. He sound like his white god. So I don't pay no mind to these people. So, and I'm going to say this again. While you two B-Rabs are still struggling, still eating those nasty TV dinners, Still going on YouTube. Still going on YouTube trying to find something to talk about. Eating, drinking drinking out of a jelly jars and still pickle jars, eating canned foods. You ain't spending time with no family member. Nobody's calling you. You're lonely. You're angry. You're mad. I will be with my family enjoying a great holiday feast. Drinking the best champagnes. Enjoying and preparing another year. So it ain't gonna change in my book. I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy. And you'll still be mad. You B-Raz will still be mad. You'll be angry. You'll be upset. And you could continue being mad. You could continue talking about degrading Pan-Africanism all day. You could continue doing that. Knock yourself out. Go ahead with your only 3. Go ahead with your only 3. I don't know, 3 people in the chat room hitting you up. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. I'll be living my best life. At the same time, I'm making other people better, helping my people become better and stronger. And that's what you're going to get so when you be like me, you'll get more respect. You get the respect that you deserve. I know I'm God. I don't need no white man to tell me I'm God. You need the white man to tell you you're God. It was black people that told me that God. My hero, my prophet told me that I was God. Black is a divine color. It's not a race. It's divine. I don't need no white man to tell me how great I am. But you B-Rabs, you Moors, and you F.O.I. Negroes, you need the white man to tell you how great you are. I don't need that. So with that said, I'm going to end this live feed. But you two B-Rabs, like I said, I'm not going to mention no names. You can go ahead and be miserable. Like I said, I'll be enjoying the final things in life. And I wish you a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year. Oh, man. Peace and love. I'm out. Happy holidays, everybody. Peace.